Who is it?
It's your mom.
Enter.
Hey, Orrin. Can I turn on the light? It's a little dark in here and I can't see.
Dark in here.
Huh?
We prefer it dark in here.
My son, Orrin, thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
Mother,
Just come down.
you are
Just come
disturbing
down.
our operations.
Listen,
we are receiving
Just come
programming.
down.
We are watching video. We are learning
Learning what? Learning
about
what?
the future.
Orrin has robotic movements and robotic speech. It's a glitch, like he's a computer.
Your intensity will be matched as we try to save you and everyone that we know.
He talks in a collective, everything is we. He hasn't said I in over a year.
We are alone in this. No one else was chosen to do what we are doing.
We need to, save the planet from sudden doom. Cyborgs are part machine, part man, but I gave birth to Orrin and he is flesh and blood. I also made lasagna downstairs and I wanted to know if you could, join us.
We are not hungry. Thank you.
Orrin on the plane was astro traveling. Every time I turned around to check on him to make sure he was okay, he was zoned out. Astro traveling is where he travels to another dimension where he gets instructions from the higher beings. To me, it looks like he's sleeping.
There is an apocalypse in the future. We have seen it in our dreams and in our visions.
2 years ago, he graduated from NYU Business School with a 3.9 GPA. This isn't the young man that I saw walk across the stage when he graduated. He's changed. He wanted to come back home, and I told him, of course, with the understanding that he would get a job. From that point on, it just spiraled.
We are still in that process of gaining full employment.
That was a year ago, honey. That was a year ago.
Things do not happen overnight.
He was not looking for work. Orrin is on his computer all day, and he very rarely comes down from his room.
Welcome to our headquarters.
I know that he's not a cyborg, but he believes he is here to save the planet.
You say this has been going on for about 2 years.
Yes.
But when he's just around the house, just hanging around, is he always in cyborg mode?
He's always in cyborg mode.
So he never just comes in and says,
No.
hey, Mom.
No.
In looking back, are there things that you recognize now with the benefit of hindsight where you saw atypical thinking or unusual behaviors or identifications when he was growing up?
I never saw anything.
Did you ever notice that in times of stress or conflict that he would seem to withdraw or disassociate in some way?
He started that once he came back home after college. There were certain expectations when he came home that I wanted him to be a part of, helping me around the house and taking out the garbage and helping me, clean up and helping with groceries. And he would just usually tell me that he's working, he's busy, and that he is on his computer, and sometimes would ask me to leave his room.
But he would isolate.
Yes, he would be in his room from early in the morning to 4 o'clock the next morning. He would be in his room working on, whatever it is that he does on his computer.
So you don't think he has a mental illness?
No, not at all.
So if it's not a mental illness, what would motivate this kind of atypical behavior?
Well, one of the things that he knew that I wanted him to do was find a job, and he hasn't done that. And so, if he can claim that he's a cyborg and so forth and not have to enter into, having a real job like the rest of, the kids out there who graduate from college.
But he's pretty committed to this.
He's
He stuck with this for a couple of years. Orrin agreed to leave his bedroom, stop downloading content to his mainframe,
Right.
and come here today.
Welcome to our headquarters. Hello, we are Orrin, a digital and collective conscious and cyborg from the year 2050, sent by a higher civilization to save mankind from the Matrix. We refer to ourselves as we because individuality has created rifts between people. How would they know who we are if we do not do what we do? If we do not accumulate resources through the internet,
Right.
you are not making very much sense to us.
Okay.
The turning point for us was leaving college. Orrin was going to enter the matrix. Orrin was going to become a broker, work a 9 to 5, have kids, get married, die.
There are a lot of people right now who have a full-time job and then they do the other endeavors that they want to do.
This is not an endeavor, this is a mission, this is a purpose. But we realize we must now wake up the human conscious to the perils that corporations and humans themselves are creating. And now the new threat, artificial intelligence. We always knew that we were different. This body is our current form. We believe that we can take other forms. We do not want to alarm humanity, which is the reason we have taken this shape. We would like to become fully mechanized when the time is right. A higher civilization sent us back in time. You might describe them as aliens. We prefer to stay in our headquarters, which has been created and customized for our experience. The lasers that are pointing on our face are just based for stimulation and to create an environment through which we can work. We usually only have water. At times we have smoothies. We try not to eat, for most of the food that we eat is poisoned. This is an acai bowl, which has antioxidants and comes from Brazil, the rainforest. We're not a fan of bananas, so we will remove those. There is tension between our mother and us. The issue is our lack of matriculation into the real world, into the corporate world, into becoming a productive member of society. We're not here to fulfill someone else's dreams. We are here to complete our vision. This is our job. It is a 24/7 job to spread awareness, to take time out of our schedule to come here to LA and speak with DrPhil. We are busy.
So why did you take time out to come here?
Because we wish to spread our message.
And give me the principal tenets of your message.
We are a collective conscious and a cyborg sent from the year 2050, sent from a higher civilization to warn people of the incoming apocalypse.
How will it end?
With environmental disaster, technological singularity, disease, and famine.
And will you fall victim to that demise at the same time, the collective you?
Our body will, the Orrin, real Orrin body will, but the collective will stay alive.
And the collective will exist in what plane? I mean, will the planet still be here?
The planet will be destroyed.
Okay. Will you be mechanized by then?
We are already mechanized.
But you're not mechanized now.
We are. There is a brain implant, which is how we speak to you right now. Orrin is but a shell.
Orrin, you don't have a brain implant.
So as you sit here now, you're mechanized.
Correct.
Okay, because I thought I understood you to say that you are becoming mechanized.
Yes. We will become fully mechanized, as in the commercial sense shown on our shirt.
Okay,
But we are already mechanized.
But not fully.
No.
Okay, just partially mechanized.
Correct.
What part of you is mechanized?
Our brain, our legs.
Okay, your legs are mechanized?
Inside, yes. We've had operations.
Okay, so if we x-ray your legs, we would see mechanized legs, not bone and muscle.
Correct.
Would not be the
It
same.
is a combination of flesh and steel.
Right.
We are not saying that we are invincible. We are saying that we have merged with technology, with machine,
Right.
in order to stay alive.
I've got really crappy knees, so
Understood.
I would love to have mechanized legs. It'd be a great thing. What do cyborgs do for fun?
Learn.
What do cyborgs think is humorous?
We do not know.
Are there any cyborg jokes, like 3 cyborgs walked into a bar?
Humans think that the world will last forever. That is a lie. That is funny.
Yeah. Okay. Do you form relationships?
Yes, we must get out our message and collaborate with people.
And you say you don't want to tie yourself up with a job because if you have a job, you can't spread your message.
Correct. Our job is spreading the message.
I have a job and spread my message. I mean, it works for me. And that's why you do your music, right?
Correct.
When did you find that you had musical talent? Have you always had that awareness?
There's always been an interest in sonics, yes. Humans are innately connected to rhythm and beat.
Yeah, I tried. I told you down the right.
Our mission right now is to save humanity from themselves. We created a digital persona to speak the language of the youth and of humanity.
My son has these two personas, a cyborg versus this rap artist.
Chillin' with bosses and they do the shoulder up. With a bad bitch and she give me the shoulder up.
He uses as the conduit to get out his cyborg agenda.
We are using music and entertainment as a tool to open up people's awareness to the problems about society. The three phases to communicate are phase 1, which is awakening, phase 2, which is awareness, and phase 3, which is implementation. We are currently in phase 2, telling people that they are being lied to and poisoned. We have been awakened by the higher civilization for our purpose and duty to save humanity.
Orrin uses his rap persona to get the message out to his followers. This is the way that he is able to change the way people think. What's this video called?
By my side, it depicts how we were created, where we come from, what the higher intelligence asked us to do.
He's not making any money. I think that young men of this era, they kind of all want to be rap artists. So to me, he didn't go through 4 years of one of the top schools in the country to become a rap artist.
Okay, what do you think about what he said so far and what our conversation has been?
I think it's nonsense. I mean, Orrin, you're wasting your life right now in your bedroom, living in a fantasy bubble. You're not a cyborg. You're my son, I love you, but you're not a cyborg. And we can't live like this anymore. And you've got two younger siblings underneath you who are watching this. What, so that they're supposed to go to college and then end up doing, you know, the same thing, that they can just sit up
At least they would
in
go
my
to
house?
college.
Huh?
At least they would go to
Yeah,
college.
but the whole point of
We are
going to
providing a
college
message for
is
them.
that you continue on your journey and
If
that
anything,
you
we are a
have
role model,
career.
showing that we are not letting detractors distract us from our greater vision.
Orrin, this is all nonsensical.
If
This
you have a
doesn't make
vision,
any
believe in it.
sense. This is a vision that is not based in reality. You're not living
Who
in
is
a
based in
realistic.
reality?
You're living in my home, and you're not contributing. That's not realistic. I do enable my son Orrin. I am paying for most of the things for Orrin. He rarely eats, but when he does, I'll pay for the food. And sometimes I will pay for the water, help him with his laundry. This summer, I had enough. I had asked him to leave, which was hard. He was supposed to go. I'd given him deadline day, and really it was on me that I back-channeled, told him that he could have more time.
I was looking at, she says you're in your room all the time. So I was looking at this picture of your room, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plastic water bottles in your room. And you're a role model. Do you know how long it takes for a plastic water bottle to biodegrade?
Educate us.
About 1,000 years. So you have a collective 5,000 years of plastic there that has to biodegrade. But yet you want me to believe that you're here as a role model sent to save our environment.
We are not perfect.
Oh my goodness.
We also own a swell bottle.
You also what?
Own a swell bottle.
What's that?
It is a reusable and recyclable bottle that we can fill up that keeps the temperature cold or hot depending on what the temperature of the liquid is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We call that a thermos.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the reason that this is of importance to me. If you really are passionate about the things that you're talking about, you could have a whole lot greater impact by approaching this in a way that would be taken more seriously than telling people that you're a cyborg, even if you are. And it would seem if higher beings had sent you back to accomplish a task, you would want to do it in the most efficient way possible. It just all seems illogical. if you're serious about what you want to accomplish.
Is any of this getting through to you, Orrin?
Of course, we are listening.
Okay.
When you were younger, the Orrin before the collective consciousness, you said you always wished you had superpowers like teleportation and were accepted at Hogwarts instead of settled for business school. Is it possible that in your mind you've created your own personal Hogwarts?
Doesn't everyone have their own personal Hogwarts? Their own safe space, imaginary? The world is difficult, hard to get through.
I think you're probably right. And the thing to do is manage that in such a way that you can be most effective. Because you say you're a cyborg, but you're actually an entitled cyborg because you don't have a job. You're not pulling your own weight in the here and now, and you're not achieving what you say you were assigned to do.
I believe that everybody has a right to believe they want to believe. I don't think anyone should judge another person because how can I judge you? You haven't had my experiences. This earth world, this is our schoolroom, and we are here to learn many, many lessons. And the school is done, and it's time to go back home to the spirit world. Can you look back at your life and be proud of the life that you led? I think people are questioning it. I think everybody should. I think people are ready. That's why I'm here.
Not too long ago, James was right here on the Paramount Studios lot, kind of ghost busting with E.T. and the Insider correspondent, Victoria Ricagno. Now, not only did he visit the lot, but he also made his way to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery nearby, which kind of butts up against the Paramount lot. Let's take a look at what's lurking among us here.
Look. Right there. There's a lot of spirit activity around this lot all the time, especially at night. I was brought through the Paramount lot, and I was able to reach Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball was here. That was her office, but she spent a lot of time in that place right there.
Did this used to be the office of Lucille Ball?
It was her dressing room space.
Do you ever feel anything here odd or out of the ordinary?
Doors have a tendency to open and close.
I think she comes here a lot. I think when she comes back on this lot to visit. When I was there, I picked up Lucille Ball, and she showed me another office, and it was Desi's office. I was seeing a fight with them, with Desi and Lucy. I felt like throwing either bottles against the wall or glasses against the wall. I think the marriage of Lucy and Desi broke up here. And I know he spent a lot of time here, didn't go home, spent time here, slept here. He used to eat and drink here a lot. I also will tell you there's affairs that happened here. Blonde woman. Let's go this way. We're standing in a cemetery, so you would expect there to be some spirit activity here. But I still feel there are others pulling me over here somewhere. So there's got to be a mausoleum this way because I want to go that way. No, I want to go west of here. We'll find something called the Abbey.
I'm calling Samantha, who's with the Hollywood Forever Cemetery right now. So just wanted to check with you that this building is called the Abbey, Abbey of the Psalms.
We're setting up the lighting. See, the lights are flickering now. This is not any production. This is happening. And the lighting started flickering back and forth, back and forth. And I guess the gaffers don't know what's causing it. It feels very haunted here.
So you felt a lot of activity around there.
It was weird. It was really weird. Even for me, you know, it's weird.
You said that you felt the presence of a ghost here on stage 29 named Maynard?
Maynard. Something like Maynard was the last name. Raymond or Ray Maynard. I was walking back there, and that's what I was just getting. So I didn't know what that means.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
Not to me. How do people know how do they recognize when there is a spirit around us? You talk about that in Ghost Among Us.
Sometimes you'll feel a coldness. Sometimes you'll feel stomach problems or digestive problems because many times the ghost is pulling energy from you. Or sometimes electrical things will happen, like lights will flicker, like in my house, but the jacuzzi went weird. Strange things like that. Also depression many times, fatigue many times, sleeplessness happens many times. Depending on the type of ghost or spirit it is, it's draining the body. It depends what's on that.
Now, Diane wholeheartedly believes a spirit entity is attached to her and slowly ruining her life. Take a look.
Right now, there's a little boy, a spirit attached to me. The spirit's name is Jerry. I'm not crazy. I contacted a psychic, and she felt that Jerry was a 10-year-old boy who was in a murder-suicide, and the mother had killed him. Initially, he was very active. If he passed by me, I could feel his energy. I would see a little bit of air move. It wasn't too long before I heard him speak. Woke up one morning, and this little voice about a yard away said, "Hello." Now he's opened up a lot more. I hear him daily, night and day. I'm often telling Jerry to go to the light, and his comment is, "Don't want to go home unless you can come with me." When Jerry gets angry, he will zap me, and it's like an electrical shock. Sometimes it's on my foot, my leg, it could be on my arm, my hand, but you know that he's angry because it's really sharp. When I tell people about my psychic experiences, I think most people are quite skeptical.
The more I got to hear about it, the more worried I was about her and her well-being. I used to go up to her apartment all the time. I never saw anything. I never heard anything. I never felt anything in that house.
In the bathtub, I'll get electric shock that'll come out my foot in the water. The last time that happened, I thought, God, I'm not safe anywhere. He'll zap the phone off. If I talk for longer than what he wants me to be talking, that has happened numerous times. Jerry takes my energy away from me to support his own energy. At night is the worst. When I sleep, I have to pat pillow behind me and in front of me, 2 covers over me, a book on my head, and another cover on top of that. And that is to protect myself from the electrical energy that I feel coming down onto me. If I roll over and I wake up just slightly, if he's not there, I'll hear him coming towards me. He's with me all the time. I'm an RN. And because he was starting to bother me so much there, I couldn't concentrate. I left work. I decided I can't do this anymore. Very faint, but I can hear him in this fan. He's really bad today, and that makes me think he's frightened. The noise is tss. I started thinking, that's very strange. Is that the start of a light just went out, and I think that our little Jerry's acted out. I think he's getting a little bit perturbed and angry. And just as I said that, I have shivers down my legs, right to my foot. He doesn't know what's going on, and he's frightened, and he's letting us know.
Okay, so you are convinced that this child's spirit is attached to you?
Yes.
24/7, even in the shower?
Yes.
Now, we arranged for Medium James Van Praagh to meet up with Diane and her alleged spirit, Jerry. Take a look.
As I go into this reading with James, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not confident that he's going to help me.
Hi, Diane. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I know you've had some problems. You believe a child is around you. Okay.
Yes.
Who's the Nancy?
Nancy's my older sister.
Okay. Has Nancy passed on?
Yes.
Okay, because there's a Nancy standing here right behind you. Your mother's also passed over, has she?
Yes.
Because I'm picking her up over here. I also want to tell you that there's a man that comes in here, and I believe it's a father figure. I feel your father here very much. Your father is showing me, he's projecting to me a house on a lake, and he's looking out there, and that for him is a relaxation, a place to go and relax.
Right.
I know that you want to know about this little boy, but I'm not seeing him yet.
Okay.
So when did you start seeing this this child?
It was 2 years ago.
Okay, good. There's a David here, and for some reason he says he's connected with you as far as family-wise. They show me a ring.
Oh my gosh. Well, my daughter's first husband was David.
I feel a bit of a temper. I feel this man died quickly.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that?
They weren't married long.
Was there someone else involved with his death, do you know?
Yes.
Well, he keeps on talking to me about somebody else in someone else's hands. I'm seeing this very clearly. My guides want me to stop right here because there's more to discuss tomorrow.
Okay, so you didn't see Jerry?
I didn't see Jerry.
Okay,
No.
but you saw her sister Nancy?
I saw Nancy, I saw her parents, and I saw a dog, a Cocker Spaniel. And I saw David, this guy David.
Mm-hmm. You have a cocker?
When I was young, my child
Ex-cocker?
had belonged. Yes.
Your father did.
My father did.
Oh, your father had
my,
one, okay.
my father.
And the only reason you say Jerry is because somebody told you that.
Well,
now, you think that it may be David, and you have more to say to her. What do you have to say? Let me let the expert talk about this.
I picked up this man, David, very, very strongly with her. And he was very, upset. And his head was hurt. I feel like it was a gun or something, or it was shot. Was his head then involved at all?
Yes.
Because I feel like it was a head there. And I'm going to tell you something.
What happened to David?
Well, let me tell you, because I picked up on this. I picked up on something to do with fast running, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I also picked up there was glass around here, and I don't know if someone was in a car or near a car, but I'm in a car or near a car when I'm killed. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, and I want to tell you that he's PO'd about his death.
Yes.
And I feel he's around you, and he wants the attention that he never got. Did he have a tattoo of a rose or something? No?
Not that I know of.
Would you find out? Because I feel, was he Latin at all? Or was there any?
Yes.
Because I feel like a Latin person here, and a very strong, this guy, very very strong person, and he's a control freak, and he doesn't want anyone taking his life away. He was upset that his life was over. Someone shot him.
Oh. Yes, I know that.
Okay.
So somebody shot him?
Someone killed him, and I feel he should have been, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, this man.
And he was upset about that?
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't you be? Yes. Your life is over without you
I
knowing
mean, really, if somebody shoots me, I'm pissed.
You get pissed.
Yeah.
Bad.
But is it possible that this, I mean, because you didn't label this as, you didn't recognize this as Jerry. I'm talking about this like he's standing here, but is it possible that it's been mislabeled that it is David?
Yes.
She says it's ruining her life, so how does she get rid of this presence?
I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to bring a training program with her, and I'll help her with that.
So there's a possibility of getting this away from you.
There are techniques, there are protection techniques.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm...
It's if she wants to, though. She has to want to also.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Good. Because it'll ruin your life if you don't pay attention to it and take care of it.
So you can help her with that?
Yep, I will.
And you will?
Yep.
And would you like his help?
Oh, I don't even know how to tell you my appreciation.
I'm Mariah Malibu. I'm Hollywood's new princess. I'm in Beverly Hills, and I'm going to be the most famous person in the world. We are on Rodeo Drive. I love shopping. It's my favorite thing of life. And I spend around $10,000 to $15,000 a week on purses, handbags, accessories. I love fashion. I have a degree in fashion marketing. My line is going to be in one of these stores one day, mark my words. My target market are girls like me that just love shopping, that love being glamorous. I'm doing a lot of mood boards, a lot of playing with logos, a lot of playing with like the brand image.
I think pink is the perfect color for being feminine and being girly and fabulous. When I think of Paris Hilton, I think pink. Pink phone, pink purse, pink shoes, pink bag. Pink and sparkles, part of my brand. Gucci earrings with pearls. I love pearls. These are one of my favorite cat eye glasses. They're Prada.
I'm 10,000% focused on my career, and everyone in my life is completely threatened by me.
I work on the side for fun, so I have like play shopping money. I think I make around like $60,000 a year, but also I have a trust fund with my family, and right now it's at $1 million, so I get like about $200,000 a month. I have a glam squad that comes not every day, but whenever I have like big events.
I have an Instagram and I have a YouTube channel. I post only a couple things and then I take them down just because I get a little insecure about my pictures. I do feel like I have haters. I feel like a lot of people are just jealous of me.
They see my success and they see that I'm a star and they see that they can take that from me and try to like use that for their own well-being. My mantra is make money, not friends. Success, money is better than having relationships.
When I get upset and mad at people, I usually lash out. I want true friends that have my back instead of stabbing in the back. I want DrPhil to help me with being able to balance a healthy career life and social life.
Why are all of your friends you said all of your friends, everybody you know is threatened by you. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. Why are they threatened by you?
I just feel like they see my success and they see my goals and my dreams. Ever since I was little, I've always had really big goals and really big dreams. I've been singing, acting. I've loved fashion forever. So I think they've seen that and they've seen my talent and they want either something from me or they're jealous of something that I have or they're jealous of how well off I am and they just want to take that away from me.
And you want to be like Anna Wintour?
Yes, I want to be the next like Anna Wintour. I want to be like the next Paris Hilton. I love them because I think they're strong women and they have brand identity and they know how to like make successful businesses, and I admire that.
You say you're really successful, and I'm trying to figure out what at yet, because I'm wondering if they're jealous of you or if you're just rude.
I can be. If you push my buttons, I could be the nicest girl to you ever. But if you...
But you cut somebody's shirt up, their blouse
but
up.
Within reason. Within reason.
You're going to have to tell me the reason.
She did something to me too that was like really not cool, and I felt the need to do that.
Okay. Now, you said that you have $1 million trust fund, and so you get $200,000 a month.
Right.
And how long has that been going on?
Ever since I graduated high school. My parents cut me off after I graduated high school, and then I got that trust fund.
Right after high school?
Right.
If you had $1 million trust fund and it paid you $200,000 a month, it would only last for 5 months. Divide 200 into $1 million. It goes in there 5 times. So after 5 months, you're done.
It just keeps getting reloaded. So I have like certain set like amounts of money that's coming in. So I have like a limit. But once it's like gone, I get it reloaded again from my family. So it's kind of like they don't support me completely, but I have a job too. I work in the fashion district. I shadow designers. I'm working on creating my own fashion line, and I'm kind of in a situation where I'm assisting a showroom as well. So I'm selling and I'm learning the ins and outs in the industry so I could really learn how to best create my fashion line. So I have that on the side, and that's kind of like my play money or my fun money. And that's where I make like $60,000 a year.
That's just your fun money.
It's my fun money.
But your $200,000 a month is your...
That's like my...
That's your serious money.
Yeah. For accessories, shopping, my personal trainer.
But you're a fashion designer.
I want to become a fashion designer,
Okay.
yeah.
You want to be a singer, you want to be an actor, you want
I
to be a
want
fashion
it all.
designer. Yeah.
I want everything.
Well, then that's great. And I'm not about stepping on people's dreams, but you said you have a lot of confidence, but I wrote down a lot of the things that you said. It read to me like an encyclopedia on insecurity. All my friends are threatened by me, which sounds very narcissistic. I will be the most famous person in the world. I'd rather make money than waste time in meaningless friendships. I only like people who think like me, and let's be real, there aren't many. Make money, not friends. I get tons of hate because of everyone's jealousy. I'm a star in the making, queen of Rodeo Drive. People are jealous of the connections I've made. People are threatened by my confidence. And because I have money, I've ripped up my friend's clothes when she got the same thing as me. When I lash out, people have to understand they made me act that way. And if they don't get it, it's not my problem.
It's lonely at the top, but if I'm on my way there, if I'm gonna get there, then it's worth it.
We both know you don't get $200,000 a month. And we both know you're not at the top. We both know you have aspirations, and that's great. And you have an image that you want to project, and you have to decide what that is. I don't think it's a good one.
I make prank and vlog videos just to get people's reaction. The kind of pranks I do is I've watched pornographic videos in public libraries. I've went around pretending to be a blind man with a blind cane. Running into things and tripping over. In one of my pranks, I got kicked out of an Uber. I basically just called up my friends and we had kind of very inappropriate conversations. You just got to be rough with me, smack me around. So will you be able to pick those up tonight so you can shove one of the strawberries in my I definitely thought it was funny. My mom, she just doesn't understand what I'm trying to do. She thinks I'm trying to go out and just make stupid videos. I did give up a good paying job, but I don't regret it at all. In my old job, I was making about $1,000 a week. Right now, I'm making no money for my pranks, but I'm loving every single minute of it. I'm very fortunate to still live with my mom. My mom pays for my food. She puts the roof over my head and does everything a mom should do. I know one day I'll end up being a big YouTube star. I 100% believe I've done the right thing for me in my life to quit my job and follow my passion. You wanna like smell each other's shoes? I got those hot dogs for you.
Oh no. I had no idea TJ wanted to be a YouTube star. TJ had a really good paying job. He was doing really well. And out of the blue, he just ended up quitting.
TJ, at the age of 20, graduated college with all A's, was earning over $60,000. Now, given this up, we told TJ that he's not just gonna make social media videos. He can't just screw around.
The YouTube videos that he makes, I don't understand the humor. They're just juvenile in nature.
Do you think that's funny?
I don't think it's funny.
I want to support my son TJ, but I want him to make the proper choices about his future.
This is completely out of character for TJ. This is nothing. If you would have told me 2 months ago that this was going to happen, I never would have believed it. I'm not sure if he's going to make it as a social media star. This just isn't going to pay the bills.
I don't think TJ's being realistic at the moment, and I would like for DrPhil to help bring him back to reality.
Now, your idea is to make outrageous videos that your hope is that they'll go viral, right?
You can say outrageous. Some of the stuff I've done has definitely been outrageous in a way.
The one where you had the cane and the glasses and running into the counter and stuff, I find that very offensive to the visually impaired. And I think most people would. The good news is nobody's watching them, so.
Yeah, not many people are watching them right now, but.
Good news and bad news. So what'd you think when he came home and said, I'm quitting my job?
It was jaw-dropping. We're like, this isn't the son that we raised. This wasn't the goals that he had set and we had talked about for the past couple years.
Yeah, I was literally sitting on the couch and got a text message from him and said, I'm thinking about quitting. Angie had called me and said, you know, he's thinking about doing this. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. He's not going to do anything brash or anything like that. And I got up the next morning to go to work, and his car was in the driveway, which it shouldn't have been, and was just shocked.
So joining us via Skype is Jay Miller. Now, he is a big-time comedy producer who has worked on several hit shows. He's actually made a career out of making people laugh. So thanks for joining us, Jay. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I thought I was here to talk about my self-esteem issues.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a minute. You've taken a look at TJ's videos, and I just wanted you to give him some feedback, just honest feedback about some of the videos that he's done so it can help him shape his product. So Jay, what's your overall take on his work?
My honest feedback is no more pranks. The videos that I saw from him are things that I've seen other people do. They're also things that I did when I was in high school. And my suggestion is don't be mean. In comedy, the joke should always be on you. When you're doing these pranks, at the end of the prank video, you should be the one who looks stupid. Right. Like everyone should be laughing at you.
I live with my grandmother. She is talking to an individual who she thinks is Post Malone. She is convinced that they're engaged.
I know it's a scammer playing my grandma, pretending to be Post Malone.
My reaction was, this is a joke, gotta be a joke.
In what world would a 27-year-old rap star who can have any girl he wants to do with a 70-year-old woman?
Listen, you never seen him. It's like a pen pal, who cares? But this is going too far. When my grandmother hears Post Malone on the radio, the next thing I know, she's dancing all over. Hey, that's my husband, that's my man. It's embarrassing.
It's like having a teenage grandma that's running around, sneaking with some guy, hiding her phone, locking herself in her room.
Who's that texting you, Post?
Yes.
Can we see it?
No. I've tried to talk to her about dating other guys, but she's dead set on Post Malone. He's gonna be here any day now to pick her up on a plane.
Wouldn't you want somebody that you could physically see and touch?
She thinks that Post Malone is watching her every move. She thinks that he is making a documentary based on her life.
My grandma wears low-cut shirts, walks outside naked because she wants him to see her body.
I asked her, what's there to watch a 70-year-old woman do? What's there to see? I asked her why they never talked on the phone. She said it's just part of the magic, and it's all about him earning her trust. We live in a small town, and everybody knows my grandma thinks she's dating Post Malone. It's embarrassing.
People are looking at you like you're crazy, and I don't want that to happen. I love you.
Well, Gail's daughter, Michelle, says she didn't realize how lonely her mom was until she started putting all of her attention into believing that she's dating Post Malone.
Ever since my grandmother passed away, I noticed a huge change in my mother. I didn't realize how lonely she was. About a year ago, my mom showed up at my job and she was like, I'm moving to Utah with Post Malone. My reaction was, are you kidding me? What makes you think Post Malone would want you, Mom?
I think millionaires find people like us interesting.
I try to tell my mom that you're not talking to Post Malone. This person is asking for money. Why would he need your money? I took my mother to the doctor and had her do a mental evaluation. Didn't find anything wrong with her. My next step would be to take her in front of a judge. If you do not stop talking to this person, you leave me no choice. I will take power of attorney, and it's not because I don't love you, it's because I do love you. The whole plane ride here, she was convinced that she's going to prove to DrPhil that she's in a relationship. I don't even feel like DrPhil can convince her that she's not dating Post Malone.
Growing up, my grandma was our everything. She was our rock.
She was my hero. Now, I don't even call her Mama anymore. I just call her Gail.
I went through one of the hardest times in my life this year, and my grandma hasn't been there or checked in at all. I don't know who she is anymore.
She's not the same grandmother. I try to be patient. I try not to get angry. I'm fed up. She doesn't care about her family anymore. She is trying to be somebody she's not.
Megan and Brandy say there is no way the real Post Malone is asking their grandmother for money, but say Gail explains it as a test, proving to Post Malone that she's not in it for his money.
Recently, I went through my grandmother's messages and found out she was sending money to Post Malone. She said it was to prove she wasn't with him for his money.
Most of his messages are about money. He's just a scammer. That's all he wants. Now she asks me for money every week.
Why does a millionaire want your money? If a millionaire is in love with you, he should be helping support you and giving you money. Why is he taking yours?
My grandmother is getting fraudulent checks sent to her. She's cashing them and sending him the money back.
We found a check that was from Post Malone that he had sent her for $26,000, and it looked real, so this guy, he knows what he's doing.
My grandmother's house was in foreclosure because she was behind in her payments.
Instead of paying her bills, she's sending all her money to this guy.
You've had to change your bank and you keep saying, I got all these $100 phone bills, and you don't put two and two together that this person's the one that keeps stealing the money out of your bank.
If my grandmother ends up in jail because of this, she deserves it.
He said, you sent $7,000, and he said, we can get more. But that was talking.
But nothing. You sent money, Mama.
This is not Post Malone. This is a scammer that needs to be brought to justice.
Whoever's scamming my grandmother has all our information. My concern is he could steal her identity, rob her, or even worse, come and kill us.
We're getting ready to see a videotape, and then Gail is going to come out. Now, I'm going to ask her some questions, and she's going to make some assertions that, if they weren't so disturbing, would really be ridiculous and even comical. But I want to say to everybody in the audience that this isn't comical at all. Let's take a look at the tape.
My family does not believe me. They think I'm mental. They think I'm crazy. They worry about me, but I'm fine. They think I'm being scammed by somebody overseas. They don't believe it's Post Malone. I have questioned why Post Malone would pick me. I know there's a big age difference, but we love each other and we're best friends. If I had the money, I would have surgery to make myself look younger. It would make me feel better about myself. I feel honored that Posty picked me. I would marry him if I could. The first gift he sent me was my promise ring. He's actually sent me a few rings. I confirmed that it wasn't a real diamond, but it's still special because it comes from Post Malone. I've talked to him on the telephone 3 or 4 times. When we've talked, it's never his voice. He talks to me with a Jamaican accent to protect his identity. I have sent Post Malone around $3,000. It was just to prove to his family that I was not using him for his money. I would send him a $50 gift card, a $100 gift card, maybe $150, but it was always for a good cause. Supposedly, he would tell me it was for his charities. Everything about him makes him interesting to me. He is good looking and I do find his tattoos attractive. He calls me his queen, I call him my king. When we do text, Posty will tell me I'm coming, my queen, and I'd say, okay, I'll see you when you get here, and he never does come. He tells me he's busy or he's got a concert. He always has an excuse. I know I'm not being scammed. I've never met Post Malone, but I'm waiting for that day to come. That's why I'm here.
All right. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you say you're in a relationship with Post Malone?
Well, yes. We've been friends, texting over 2 years.
Okay. Do you have other friends that you've never met in person?
No.
So out of all the friends that you have in your entire life, this is the only one you've never met in person.
Right.
You said that he can pull you onto the bed and pull your legs apart whenever you're sitting or lying down. How do you believe he does this?
Because it happens.
Okay, but how do you believe he does that?
I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Okay, you want me to tell you how he controls your arms and legs?
Yes.
He doesn't.
Well, there's some kind of energy that comes out of my cell phone.
Okay, you believe he has power over your body through your cell phone?
Yes, I do.
I believe I'd get rid of that cell phone.
Well,
she's bought a new. We've made her bought a new one.
I have taken my cell phone to a computer guy, and he told me the best thing to do is throw it in the river.
Okay.
But I've tried to get to the bottom
advice.
of this.
Okay, but now, did you tell this to the psychiatrist?
I did.
And the psychiatrist said, clean bill of health, you're fine.
Well, she tried to give me some medication, but I was needing
Well, they don't give you
answers.
medication for nothing.
I don't need a pill. My girls thinks I'm mental and crazy, and I'm not.
And you said you couldn't afford a private investigator, so you couldn't get one. I did. Because you said you couldn't track down these phone numbers and all. And I did. The phone numbers that he's using for you are not his phone numbers. I know that. The phone numbers that you're getting given are numbers that belong to anonymous text and calling apps. These are internet numbers that can bounce around the internet, so it can look one time like it's coming out of Mexico, another time that it's coming out of Europe, another time. So you can't track them down. They're bouncing off of satellites, but they're not Post Malone's phone number.
Well, I knew that. I knew they was like
No,
coming.
you didn't know that.
Yeah, I
You-
did.
no.
I knew it was coming from a
You
burner
don't
phone.
want to know the answer.
No, I
because,
do.
No, you said I came. That's why I came here, because I wanted to know the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you the truth, and you don't want to know it.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a fight, I can tell you that I have the smoke. I also have a set of skills that I have acquired over a very long career. If you accept the fight now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. I will not find you. But if you don't, I will straight body your bitch ass. Why so serious? Because I'm Batman.
Kalan says that she has loved her fiancé, who now only answers to Goose Wayne Batman, since she was 14 years old, but she doesn't know how she can marry him as long as he believes, and she thinks that he truly believes that he is a superhero and refuses to ever leave the house unmasked or without his eye makeup. Take a look.
My fiance believes that he is a real-life superhero.
Just fighting crime and taking care of business.
His real name is Giovanni.
That is not the name that defines me. My name is Goose Wayne.
I refuse to call him Goose, but I call him G. He started believing that he was a superhero only about 2 weeks after we got engaged. One day, my fiance bought a mask.
I wear gloves, I wear a belt. I usually keep all kinds of items in my pockets here.
He bought a suit, and then a grappling hook came.
My pants, they have knee pads, It might be Kevlar in here, I'm not exactly sure.
This is not just for attention. He is a 24-hour superhero.
This is real life, this is not some sort of fairy tale.
My fiancé doesn't go anywhere without the makeup on if he doesn't have the mask. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to be seen with him. G wearing the mask has definitely hurt our sex life.
For the past 5 months, I've been going to sleep with the mask on.
When I'm sleeping next to him and he's wearing the mask, his breathing echoes in his mask and he sounds like Darth Vader. I think he looks like a raccoon with just the eye paint on. I almost at this point prefer the mask over the raccoon face.
You're a funny girl.
G really does patrol his neighborhood looking to fight crime.
Right now I'm going to the gas station, gonna see if there's any trouble going on over there, and I might even come back with some beers.
He has been in real fights before.
What's up, Gotham? Looking for the newest villain on the block. Who's next?
He's driven upwards of 2 hours to fight someone that looked like the Joker. He has lost all of the fights. If G wants to get married with the makeup or the mask on, there's absolutely no chance I will go through with that.
If you want to marry me, you have to marry Goose Wayne, period.
I'm not going to let him show up looking a fool in front of all my friends and family.
This is him before. You know, he's a handsome-looking, healthy guy, served in the military. You make a very handsome couple. And then here you are afterwards. What happened along about that time? Anything you can point to?
No, so that's why I'm here. I was hoping you can kind of help me figure out what exactly is. I don't know if you've seen this before, if it's common, or...
Well, just one day he went to bed as Giovanni and woke up as Batman?
No, so it was this very gradual process, and it's peaked now. So it's been like this 3, 4, 5 month process of him developing into this superhero character. I know it might look funny and seem funny, but it's not a joke to him, at least. Yeah. G has posted some outrageous videos on social media.
Where's my grappling hook?
G goes on social media a lot looking for villains to fight. He has lit himself on fire. Easily 6, 7, 8 times. I am worried about him. Because it's hot! I want him to stop pretending and believing that he is a superhero. And to be my normal fiancé again.
I became Goose Wayne about 5 months ago. My name's Goose Wayne, brother.
All right, Goose.
All right?
The world's safe.
The first time I saw myself in the mirror with my mask and my makeup, I felt empowered. People take me more serious. I'm not crazy, I'm not delusional. I'm just a guy that cares about people. I have fully embraced my Goose Wayne persona. There's no going back. As a superhero, my day-to-day is finding people that are breaking the law, and I try to bring them to justice. I physically train to be Batman, to win fights. This is my boxing gym. I box here every day. I'm doing the social media videos to draw attention to Goose Wayne, and if I'm not entertaining, people won't listen. I have been very careful to not show my face on social media because I don't feel comfortable publicly revealing myself. But I'm doing this for you. Legally, I want to change my name to Goose Wayne Batman. If Kalan marries me, she would be Mrs. Batman.
That's not even an option.
I hope to wear the full costume on my wedding day.
I'm not spending $4,000 for you to walk down the aisle in a Batman suit. And it's not happening.
She wants to marry me. You're gonna marry me for me. This is me. This is my authentic self.
All right, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Are you uncomfortable to not have your mask on?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
I don't feel like I'm me right now. It'd be like you're used to dressing in a certain attire and somebody puts you in an attire that you're not used to dressing in, you're gonna be uncomfortable.
No, not really. I mean, I wear a suit because it says I'm credible.
Right.
I guess that goes with the territory. So I get what you mean in that regard, but at what point did you decide that you were Batman?
I've always had a desire to protect people. Before I was Batman, I worked a armed guard type job where I guarded sensitive items of high value.
So why not go to the police academy where you can actually protect people?
I think it's very structured, and I've done the structure, and I don't like the structure. And it might seem like I don't serve much of a purpose now to other people, but I believe I'm still like in my infancy of what I do.
I work with law enforcement to the point that I bleed blue. And believe you me, structure it is not. You are out there on the move, having to make snap decisions every day, life or death. There's nothing structured about it other than you got to show up at a certain time.
That kind of environment is just not for me. I like to do my own thing.
So this really isn't about helping people.
It is.
Well, no, if it was about helping people, you would get in a position to maximize your impact of helping people. 10 years from now, if we sit down and say, here's the impact, here's the number of people you've helped, lives you've saved, people you've assisted, crimes you have foiled, do you think it will be more as this character of Batman or more as someone in law enforcement or some type of security?
I think I have the potential to reach a lot more people in the long run on social media.
How is that going to work?
I haven't exactly figured everything out yet, but I focus on cyberbullying, things like that, that a lot of people don't know exists.
You're saying that you will become an educator?
Possibly. Also an enforcer.
Okay. Well, that's called assault. I mean, you understand that's a crime.
Right.
So you're going to do that and then you're going to go to jail because you go out and put your hands on people, that's assault.
Right. I don't enforce anything that someone's not agreeing to so far.
You say one of the few places that you can go with your mask on is your local donut shop.
Yeah.
But you just really seem to taunt their employees. Take a look.
Do you know why Batman only goes out at night? Because it's too hot!
What is your objective there?
That was probably the first month I started doing what I do, and I had to get eyes on to let people get my message. So I had to go above and beyond from an entertainment standpoint.
So that wasn't really to help anybody?
That particular video, no.
You've gotten on social media and found people to fight.
Right.
Take a look at this.
Let's get it. Ooh. 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 Oh,
You drove 2 hours to fight him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because up until that point, a lot of people were ridiculing me, saying I was just all talk, and I wanted to show everyone that it's not all talk.
How does that help people?
People know that I'm not all talk. When I say, you know, I'll pull up, I'll pull up. And I think that demonstrates that.
Are you willing to settle for that?
No, but at the end of the day, that kind of breaks my heart too.
I'm sure it does, but you're grieving for the man you wish he was, not the man he is, and not everyone you lose is a loss.
I've been waiting 11 years to have this man by my side, so I'm kind of doing all I can to keep it that way.
But one of the things you can do is set the bar much higher than you've set and find out what your worth is to him. Would he rather dress up as a comic book character or be by your side? And if the answer is that he would rather dress up as a comic book character than share his life with you, you'd rather know that now than later, wouldn't you?
But I just kind of feel like marriage is for better or for worse. And
But you're not married.
I understand, but I feel like right now we're just at for worse and that things could get better.
If he's willing to acknowledge
If he
it.
is willing to. If
Yeah.
he's not, then no.
But you can't change what you don't acknowledge. If he's not willing to challenge this, at least challenge it, then you have a decision to make, right?
Yeah. For 11 years, he's told me he doesn't want to get married and he doesn't want to have kids. And, you know, I thought that this whole transition to Batman was kind of odd timing with our engagement. I was just kind of hoping that they weren't related. But now I'm starting to think that it is related.
My theory is hiding, right? And escaping into fantasy, and that certainly fits with that theory.
I currently have all wedding plans on hold.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten my dress yet. We haven't even gotten engagement pictures or anything done because I can't move forward.
We can do the engagement pictures.
Robin has a sign, a little sign by her computer that says, "If you hesitate, don't pick me." Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.